Rico and Manuel, we all worked with this really small production house called Hit Productions. And we were all great. We were really, really happy. But as Rico said, it was time. When that time came, me, Manuel, and Rico, either together or separately, we were talking about, hey, it's either we quit this business or should we start our own? And together we felt comfortable na baka kaya natin on our own. Yeah, that was
That's after we tried a bake shop first.
yes. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. And then kaya
Vulcanizing
pala.
sarap.
Eh,
Hindi
masarap
pala.
nga, yeah. Wala kami nabenta. Pero we learned business. So,
Yeah.
fuck, debit in, credit out. Yeah, fun.
But the part about putting up our own
Yeah.
was something that was really exciting, super exciting. Oh, kasi we just want to find out.
Yeah, I was really scared. But yeah.
No, but
Yeah, we knew it could be done. Yeah.
I really thought we could do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't really
Yeah.
thinking in relation to what others were doing,
Yeah.
but I felt we could do it.
no, but don't you think at that time also it's because things were getting smaller, like computers were getting
Yeah.
more powerful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before that, you needed to invest millions and millions
Yeah, yeah.
on the gear.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Parang the time was right because we can get into it. We weren't rich, but we can afford to do it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could at least enter. We could
Yes.
at least participate.
Yeah.
I just wanted in. It was really exciting. It was really exciting.
I was really confident, yun nga, because the base of what Loudbox was, and maybe it was probably wrong, but the base of it was, hey, we are all composers, musicians, including Satch at that point already. And then maybe we know how to do this right. Yeah. I'm sure my dad and my parents are saying, ha! But yeah, yeah, yeah. So luckily, we were able to put it off enough by the time Edsel came in.
Yeah.
He was able to, hey, be the adult.
Kasi honestly, in the very beginning, I don't think I really thought about operations.
And then to be the better adult, we got in Neneng.
What they have always been saying, they always ask us to make music for their ads. It's an instant thing that, oh, I want this to be just like Taylor Swift or just like Bruno or just like John Legend or whoever. So they would ask for, is Thyro available? Is Manuel or Alan available? Is IJ available? Because they know we could do it.
Actually, it's a team. O, sige. So with a team, because we started with me, Manuel, Rico, Satch, eventually Edsel, these guys, they're really, really good. They're really, really popular with their careers. It was easy for us to actually recruit people who are better than us. And then, yun nga, who are better than us in music. Because yun nga, parang people would gravitate to us more because of these people. And then we were able to, IJ, Top, Thyro, Jeff, they wanted to come in because of these people. Because yun nga, they wanted to be part of that community. They wanted to learn from them.
I think they
Yeah.
know what our standards were
Exactly.
from
Yeah.
our work.
Yeah.
And they know, like, okay, they're going to prioritize that kind of quality in terms of output.
And because that team is so strong, Loudbox Studios became aspirational for these young Turks, these very talented young musicians. Well, coming from Singapore, I remember Singapore founding Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew he famously said that the Filipino artists and musicians are more artistic and creative than Singaporeans. I would say that beyond Singapore, what makes the Philippines and our culture creative is because we are a mongrel, but in the best good sense of the word mongrel. What do I mean by that? You've heard the joke that the Philippines spent 300 years in a convent and 50 years in Hollywood.
I like that. I like that.
Actually, but that joke actually highlights the hybrid nature of Filipino culture, which is a blend of
of our traditions, the Spanish colonial influences, and American cultural imports. That, I think, is a very fertile ground for springing Filipino creativity. See, because of that, the Filipino creators are, I think, natural bridges between the Asian markets and Western audiences. I think the next frontier for Filipino creators is being able to develop that local authenticity, but it rings true for global audiences as well, resonates with them in much the same way that Korean creators were able to do that. So, really, I think that's the magic formula for international success.
I think Filipinos are, in general, a very musical people, and everywhere you go, you hear music. I had a workout today, and then I went to a stand right outside and pangin ng lemonade, and the girl was there listening to a Christmas carol while serving me. I was like, really? But musical. They like music. They enjoy it, and I think it's it when you have the artist, the Filipino artist, that musicality just naturally comes out. So I think that's the strength of Loudbox. We're inherently musical.
I guess we have the reputation. The race has a reputation of being, yeah, very musical, really good. Yeah.
When I do festivals where I would share stage with the artists from all over the world as well, I wouldn't say we're better.
No,
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
say
say
I
that
wouldn't
also.
say we're better, but we also can stand toe to toe
Yep.
with artists from all over the world. That's what I can say. There were spells where I would have songs that would have some success in some countries, other countries. They would be surprised that a Filipino was behind those songs, and I think they mean it as a positive thing. Maybe they felt like maybe the song was from Hollywood or from the centers of, diba, the global centers of music, Nashville, ganyan, New York. But I don't like to always say that we're better because I really want to push the Filipinos. No, we're not inherently better. We're as good as the rest of the world, so we need to keep pushing. That's my take. That's my personal take.
I think it's more than that. It's we're exposed to music, a lot of
Yes.
music. So
That is true.
parang there's a better
That is true.
collection of knowledge.
The fact that we love music, that one I'm not refuting.
Yeah.
That one.
So I
That's
think
really good.
there's a lot more to draw from, where you can put out, for me, you can put out something that's interesting.
Parang we're buying more lottery tickets over here because we're just more interested in music and more people are trying.
So walang family control. So ang dami natin.
Also
Oo,
kasi
ang
parang the
dami.
Philippines, we don't have parang a sound masyado. Parang if you say Filipino, it's either ethnic or very Spanish. That means we're not really rooted too much on a Filipino sound compared to Japanese or Chinese. That means while growing up, we were really open to a lot of things. Western sound, European sound, even Asian sound. So we were open and we were able to really mash it up.
And to me, that's what
That's
a
what makes
modern
Filipino.
Filipino
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
We're quite global.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and but we never forget where we're from.
Yeah.
I think when he was talking about the love of music, that's really something that is apparent with us because we are a culture where people sing while they're doing their everyday tasks to themselves. I'm not sure if every culture has that. We love a good love song. We have a traditional form of music, which is essentially love songs, which we call kundiman. And today, we love a ballad. Every Filipino loves a good pop ballad. So these are like the ingredients. In terms of music being accessible to the everyday person, what Edsel referred to as the convent years brought the guitar to prominence. And the guitar is very accessible. Because in the States, in the early days of the blues or secular music in the States, you had to get a piano. So the piano is like stride piano and ragtime and things like that. And the blues was not church music. That was a guitar that you played out in the field, right? And so we're kind of that out in the field music culture, right? And then that grew from there. Another thing is I believe we are good listeners in terms of music. So we know what we like, we listen to it a lot, and that enables us to create things that are inspired by those things. And that's another area where I feel we excel.
What we can probably claim, kinda, is we're better fans. We're better fans of music. Kunyari, a Korean band, probably our crowd is bigger than or more rabid than the Koreans themselves. Same thing with the Beatles when they first came out. I mean, ask Edsel because he was alive then. Um, but yun nga, we're bigger fans. Because we consume music, it's easier for us to make music also.
We're more passionate, no?
You're
Yung
more passionate
recollect-
about consuming
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
Which
So
is-
and
It's
then-
almost like religion.
yes,
Yeah.
to us. Yeah.
Music is like,
Yeah.
it's like religion to us.
Well, I think we're good at expressing through music because our love of love songs and that kind of sort of emotional stuff. We've been translating it through the years, and what we kind of do is translate things in musical terms. So, for me, that fits.
Can I answer that as a songwriter?
Yeah, of course.
When you say maybe advertising is not about the deliverables aren't songwriting based, but actually they are, and they're in more micro form because like in 3 seconds I need to songwrite something that will deliver a verse, chorus, and a bridge in those 3 seconds, and it's songwriting in hyper mode on steroids. So I think it's the opposite. It's really songwriting, even in 30 seconds. It's also songwriting is about, for me, is about expressing and also communicating. Sometimes if you want to communicate and connect. And when you have clients asking you for certain things, you need to figure out how to write this 30-second, 15-second song to connect to them or to help them connect to their audience, to help get their message across, even if it doesn't have lyrics. It's
Yeah.
it's a language. It's really songwriting on steroids.
It helps convey certain emotions.
Yeah.
So
A song from usually background noise to a brand anthem, you know. So what happens there is the song or jingle provides a soundtrack for the consumer's lives with the brand playing a starring role.
People go back to jingles that were made 15, 20 years ago, 10, 5. They go back not for the visuals. They go back not for the idea. They actually go back for the song. And that's why it's more special.
well, definitely AI is going to be a big part of the future. With us, I think the use of AI plus the human element that we have with music and all that, I think it's a winning combination.
We have not just accepted, we embraced AI very, very early on. We used AI to build our drum tracks. We use our AI to help us mix those little things that we used to do technically. We have AI do that. Now that AI is here to help us compose, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's great, sometimes it sucks, but sometimes the sucky thing can lead to a great thing when combined with a human. That's what we love.
Yeah, but that's the important thing.
Yeah.
There's the human factor that
Yes.
decides
Yes.
Driving
what
it.
will work.
Yes,
and
so-
Driver.
Yep. Oh, kasi parang the AI will get you there 80% of the way and ang ganda. But be thin.
Yeah, you
bit
need
thin,
somebody
yeah.
to take it home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's great, but it's yeah, yeah. But somebody like the people here, and not just here, like the people downstairs, we can take it way better. And then yun nga, parang, and that's how AI was designed anyway. It's supposed to bring you 80% there, and then you bring it 30% from there. I know it doesn't make sense, Matt, pero think about it. Ah,
I think no matter what happens in
Yeah.
the future, tech wise, I'm pretty confident here because one of the founders here, Alan,
Yeah.
is one of the most future excited people I've ever, tech excited people I've ever met in my life. Every time there's something
Yeah.
new, he'd be out there trying
Yeah.
it already. He's genuinely excited about it.
Yes.
I'm terrified, but I know that I can call him up every time
Yeah.
I don't understand something,
Yeah.
and he'll be on it.
Yeah.
So no matter where we're going, we'll be out there in the front line. Drop mic.